What's going on, guys? It's Ryan Williams 99 here, and I'm going to be doing another unboxing today of the Samsung Galaxy S3. This is the one of the high-end smartphones on AT&T here. I got the Pebble Blue version, it's 16 gigabyte. It is currently running Android 4.1.1 Jelly Bean. I'm not sure when it will be upgraded to 4.2. From what I've heard, AT&T is currently working with Samsung right now to develop the new Android version. It does say that I purchased this product as a $35 restocking fee because, well, one of the last unboxing videos that I did was a Motorola Atrix HD. It had a bad battery in it. It was a shot battery, so I was using that phone personally, not as a review unit, but I took it back and they charged me a $35 restocking fee, but I was able to get it off. So I traded in for the Galaxy S3 and now I currently love it. I have been using it for a couple months now, but I'm still going to do an unboxing video of it. I just haven't gotten around to it to make it, but so let's go ahead and look at the specs on this. Alright, it is the 16 gigabyte version, and it is the 4G LTE capable. This is this is the latest version of AT&T software. It is in the second position of Verizon's 4G LTE network. This is a 4.8-inch HD Super AMOLED display, AMOLED meaning that you can actually use it in the sun and still see it. Near field communication enabled, NFC, so you can also known as S-Beam, where you can tap two Galaxy devices or any other device that's NFC enabled and transfer files. It has a 1.5 GHz dual-core processor, and it does have all share play to stream to your Samsung Smart TV if you have one, and it has an 8 megapixel rear-facing camera, and I gotta say, that camera is incredible. I will show you some pics. It is incredible. It's just amazing. The quality comes out. You can literally zoom in on the pictures, and it still is perfect. Like I said, a Super AMOLED screen that's HD. Android 4.1. It does work with all Wi-Fi, A, B, G, and N. It does have DivX HD, and it is Samsung safe using Samsung servers, which is nice. Like, there's a malware going around right now in Android, and Samsung is actually in the lead from protecting Galaxy users from this because of their secure firewalls. Alrighty, so let's get this bad boy unboxed here. Nice little Samsung Galaxy S3 right in that box. Set it off to the side. And I'm just going to take it out. Like I said, I have been using this device for a while now. I do have a screen protector on it, which is okay because this glass is very, scratchable. It is not Corning, I don't believe. Let me just see here real quick. I don't believe it is Corning. They make it with something else now. Samsung does. Oh yes, it is Corning Gorilla Glass too, but it is very scratchable. It is not the scratch-proof glass, which is okay. Like most Motorola phones. I mean, it's not a big deal, but oh well. Alright, so we're just gonna set this device off to the side for a second. And what else comes in the box is your standard wall charger. It says Samsung on it. You just have one USB. And then you have a nice long cable along with it. You also get a nice pair of Samsung headphones. Now, I gotta say, these headphones are just like the Apple earbuds. They do have the controls, volume up, volume down, stop, answer calls, stop music, play music, answer calls, and all that. And it also got these little rubber things on it right here. You can see, they can fit in your ear. If they make all sorts of different little earbuds that fit into these slots, so you can test them out and see which one fits your ear the best. These earbuds are actually better than the Apple earphones, which I do have here, right here with the controls on it. These are way better. They have bass built into it, which is nice because it sounds so much better, and or noise canceling, which is nice. So yeah, I'm gonna just take this off. You just get some quick start manuals in here. Health and safety. Whoops. Health and safety and warranty guide. You can also do that right online on Samsung's website. Alright, let's get into the device. This device is actually really thin. It does have a non-removable battery, and the battery size in this, get a little cheat sheet up here. I don't believe it says on here. No, it does not. Oh, yes. It is a 2100 milliamp hour battery. It's not the best battery life, but actually it's pretty incredible if you just have the power save mode turned on, which is nice. It also depends on whether you get signal in the area you are. The less signal, the more battery it's going to take up for the antenna to search. You do get on the back, let's just take this off here. Got your battery here. Now the only thing is that if you want to use NFC, you have to stick with the Samsung battery because the NFC chip is built right in this area. Alright, so if you get a third-party battery, it won't work. And then you have your micro SD card slot and your SIM card slot. I'm going to pop this back on, just to make sure it's all snapped on here. And just a second, guys. Alright, here is your speaker grill, your 8 megapixel camera, and your LED lamp flash. On this side, you have your volume rocker up and down. On the other side, you have your power button. On the bottom, you have your charging port, and this also works as a micro HDMI to hook to your TV. You have a microphone here in the top. 1.3 megapixel camera, I believe. No flash. Believe my cheat sheet's a little off. Yeah, 1.9 megapixels, 720p. You have your proximity sensor, your infrared sensor, and then your speaker for listening. Then up the top, you also have your 3.5mm headphone jack, and you can see here another microphone slot, so you can filter out background noise. Alright, let's go ahead and power this device on. You do have, you gotta wait for it to turn on a little. It has capacitive buttons down here that light up when you touch it, and a physical home button. I'm more of a fan of the on-screen buttons, but that's okay. And you can see there's your light up buttons. And then your physical home button. You can actually click. These ones are just a heat sensor. Alright, so you're going to get to your screen. And you're going to have, normally you're just going to have some buttons down here that are quick access. I have customized these. The Google isn't there. I believe it's just regular email service. I just customize these too because I use these the most. And I do have power saving mode enabled right now. This is actually cool. You can just swipe up from the phone and it'll take you to the shortcut that you're on. Alright, so I'm just going to unlock it by swiping it this way. You can touch anywhere. Right? It's actually very nice. We gotta wait a little bit for it to boot up. I do have power saving mode on, so it is taking a little while. So, I mean, really, this is a nice HD screen. If you know, I have a screen protector on it. If you don't, it is still a nice screen, nice big screen. Alright, I'm gonna activate my savings real quick. I have the smallest data plan, so I need to save, and this is a good app to save. Alright, so this is actually not running stock Android. This is running Android 4.1.1 Jelly Bean with TouchWiz UI, Samsung's user interface, over this. It's actually a nice interface. It does slow down at times, but I do like that little transition effect when you're going from thing to thing. At the bottom here, I got my phone, contacts, messaging, and Chrome. I downloaded Chrome. Whoops. You do come with a stock internet browser. It's like Chrome. It has the same idea as Chrome. I just downloaded the real Chrome. So, yes. This is not running the latest version of Android. There's no update for it yet, but you cannot... You just have simple options here. It's different for Verizon. You do have some different stuff on here. You do have quick access to Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, GPS, sound, screen rotation, airplane mode, power saving, driving mode, and sync. I believe the airplane mode isn't there for Verizon. It is mobile data, so you can turn it on and off. And then up here you have your quick access to shortcuts, the shortcut to the settings, which is nice. You have all your settings there. And to get to your apps, you can just hit this little button down here. And then you just give your apps. Now, unlike stock Android phones, when you swipe, it normally goes right to the widgets icon, like the Motorola Droids. Unlike this, it just loops you back to the first page of the apps, and you can scroll through again. So I'm going to go to widgets. You can click widgets, and then you can go through all your widgets. Now, a nice feature that the user interface has put on this is that you can literally pinch out and go down and scroll to see all your widgets, and then you can just click one to take it to you. Same way with the apps. You can pinch out, and it'll take you to all your apps, and you can just click one. So actually right now I'm running on Wi-Fi. I'm not really gonna do a speed test on my data, but I can. I'm getting a little low on my data usage, but for you guys, I'll do it. In my area right now, I do not currently have LTE. It's wishy-washy where I am. Yeah, I only have 4G right now, but it's good enough. Alright, so I'm just going to go to speed test. What's going on here, Galaxy? Why aren't you working? It tells me that I'm not sending or receiving any data right now, which actually I am not for some reason. Might be working now. Let's see here. There we go. It's finding begin test. It's about the same speed as my Wi-Fi. If that's alright. Still a tad bit faster. But upload speed usually isn't as much as the download speed. There it is. Upload speed isn't that great, but you get the point there. Alright. What I'm gonna do is click that home button. Ads Voice is actually a nice feature, just like Siri on the iPhone 4S or above, the iPhone 5. It works just like Siri. You can ask a question. You can even do math for you. You can just hit apps and go to S Voice. It's also, by the way, programmed if you just double click your home button, but I turn that feature off because it's a little bit of a delay when you don't want to use that. Okay, so I'm just going to go to S Voice. I'm going to talk to it. What's the weather like right now?
Network error. Please.
What's the weather like right now? So it is sending and receiving data, so it is working. We'll come back to that. So anyways, you also have, this is the new clock version and all that Samsung comes preloaded with. If you want a little more features, then yes, you can buy the S4. It doesn't have that many more features. Just a 5-inch screen, just 0.2 inches above. This one, it just has a couple different smart features on it, which I don't particularly care for, but it is a faster processor. So anyways, you can also just pinch out on the home screen too. You can just choose, unlike droids, when you're at your first home screen, you swipe to your left, you get the quick access setting, which is nice, but it gets a little irritating because you can't choose your home screen. Alright guys, well thanks for watching this one. I really appreciate it. We're just going to try this S Voice one more time. What's the weather like right now?
Here is the weather for Appalachian, New York.
Alright, and that works pretty cool. Bye guys.